Welcome back to Doc's Hot Shop and Forge. So yesterday saw us get the pancake out to almost the right size. So we're a little bit shy diameter wise. We've got surplus thickness. So what we're going to do today is lay out where we want the centre boss to go, and then we'll use the fly press to set down so we can start relieving, so we get that centre boss so we don't have to machine as much. We'll aim to get about 1 centimetre to 12 millimetres, or around that 3/8 to half an inch worth of boss sticking out, because that gives us a good grip with our existing 3-jaw chuck, which will allow us to face off the working face and drill out and bore out for the mounting thread. So let's get the forge lit, let's get this thing hot. It'll probably take about half an hour or so to get it up to temperature. We've got the fly press set up, ready to go. I've got a temporary 16mm plate anvil in there, so we're only working from the one side. That should help us get as much effect out of our efforts, because I am still feeling it from yesterday working with the 24-pound sledge. So let's get the forge lit. Let's have some fun. Alright, so whilst that's coming up to temperature, let's find the center. Need to be 100% accurate with this. Within about 1 millimetre. Yeah, we're within 1 millimetre or so. Okay, I don't like this. Just laying out the little dots so that a few marks. The idea when I'm starting to get stuff in place. Should give us a 40mm boss. Our thread is 22mm, so it should leave us about 1 centimetre or so around the outside. This doesn't have to be super accurate. Some of the scale of this, it's just a nominal thing. The working temperature for 4140 is from 1230 through to about 900. they reckon don't go below 870 degrees Celsius. It's a fairly big envelope, but it takes a fair bit of time to get the forge up to working temperature. Alright, set up a backstop so we can keep my spacing a little bit better. And this should allow me to rotate a bit quicker so I'm not so worried about drifting too far in or out. See if this makes a difference. see. How wide are we? 121. There we are. Oh, starting to develop. Got a white top. That's okay. Now. One more heat after this one. Well, we're at 126. Thickness wise, about 136. A little bit more. 132, 131. We are a little bit lower here than here. We have a finite stop on the press, so we'll just keep going until we hit the stops. Okay. Probably that last trip around the block. Yep. Might be one more trip after this. Where are we at? 105. 102. I'd say we're close enough for this purpose at this stage in the process. Now we need it to cool. How much edge thickness do we have? 29. That's more than enough for what we are doing. We're going to end up taking more than half of that off anyway. So that's what we leave. Alright, it's been a really long and hard day, but we have our piece done. So our central boss is 49 millimeters. We'll machine that down to give us something about 40 millimeters or so in diameter. And we're at 32, goes out a bit there. So we're averaging 32 millimeters, which will give us more than we need. We've got about 7 millimeters that we can trim off. And we are sitting spot on 30, somewhere between 30 and 29 by the looks. We lost a fair bit to scale. We were running the forge very very air rich, which isn't ideal, but it needed to be done to get this lump of steel up to temperature within a timely manner. The fly press has definitely earned its keep, and so the finishing of this, the actual machining, will be over at Docks Off Topic, link up here. In a couple of weeks' time. I've got to wait for the mill to come online, which will be in about a week or so from when I'm recording this. So this will be an interesting bit of machining. It's not the heaviest thing I've done in the gingery lathe, but it's going to be up there. The heaviest item was a rotary hoe live end, so the driven end of the axle. Redid the bearing journals. So that was a lot of work and just fit. There was like a millimetre or so worth of clearance over the ways. But that is a completely different conversation. So, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share on social media. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. When you do, don't forget, ring the notification bell. So get out to your shop. Push your envelope. This definitely has wine. I'm going to be sore for a few days. But above all, stay safe, and I'll catch you for the next one.